What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Truth coming back at you from GT Magazine with another episode. Today, we're dealing with another situation with black women. Now, I want to make a point here because I get a lot of flack from guys who are, let's say, 40 and over, who take exception to the heat and the vitriol that black women get in a lot of manosphere spaces. And they point to women that grew up in a different era that came up with class and dignity, that went to college. Maybe they might have some thought tendencies. They go out to the club with their ass hanging out, titties out, and dressed inappropriately for their age. But they never really mean any harm. And at the end of the day, they do make an effort to represent themselves with some intelligence. They have done some productive things in their lives, and a small minority of them actually try to be decent partners for their men. But let's be clear, those aren't the women I'm talking about. I'm talking about this new generation of black women, these new gremlins. Brothers, you got to get away from them. They will bring nothing but destruction and misery into your life. They will make sure that no matter how hard you work, no matter how much education you get, no matter how much money you make, your life will be a complete L. You're going to end up losing with them. You can't build with them. You can't win with them. You can't reason with them. They're just going to bring ruin and destruction into your life. Now, to illustrate that point, I'm going to bring you this video I got for you today. Now, this is a video where a grown-ass woman. Now, like I said, people want to give me heat about, this generation, yeah, yeah, yeah. This woman is 44 years old. She's been on this earth for 4 decades, almost 5 decades. She's had plenty of opportunity to learn emotional control, leadership, responsibility, dignity, class, accountability. She's got none of that. And what we're about to watch is a grown woman, a grown 44-year-old woman, take her kids into a Burger King and fight the whole store over 4 chicken nuggets. Not 4 chicken nuggets that she paid for and didn't get. Nuggets that she didn't even order. She ordered the wrong thing, and instead of having an ounce of control, instead of taking a rational approach to resolving it, over 4 nuggets, she took her kids into Burger King, started a whole fight. Oh, but wait, it gets worse. Then she calls her husband, and he's such a buffoon, he left his job. He walked out on his job and came to Burger King to join her fighting the whole store over 4 chicken nuggets. You can't make it up. But this is what these psychotic women will do in your life. That's all they're going to bring you. Now, this man had worked hard. He says he went to school, got a bachelor's degree. He's working now as a supervisor. He walked away from his supervisor position to come to Burger King to join his wife in a fight against the staff over nuggets. Over nuggets. Y'all don't believe me?
On September 9th, 2023 in Maricopa, Arizona, officers responded to an unusual call involving a fast food drive-thru incident that escalated over a chicken nugget order. After a long wait, 44-year-old Sherry N. Ross allegedly became frustrated and aggressively confronted employees about the number of chicken nuggets in her order, despite there being no actual mistake. In her frustration, she threw a cup of...
Hold on a sec, hold on, let's go back. Let's go back for a minute.
Number of chicken nuggets in her order, despite there being no actual... Arizona, officers responded to an unusual call involving a fast food drive-thru incident that escalated over a chicken nugget order. After a long wait, 44-year-old Sherry N. Ross...
That's her. That's her, a grown-ass woman with children. If you look at her, she's not a bad-looking woman. She actually could be a pretty girl on the outside. Inside, she's crazier than a box of frogs, bruh. "44-year-old woman, married with children." Come on, let's go.
Ross allegedly became frustrated and aggressively confronted employees about the number of chicken nuggets in her order, despite there being no actual mistake. In her frustration, she threw a cup of liquid at an employee, who retaliated by throwing one back. The exchange only fueled Sherry's anger, prompting her to call her husband, 43-year-old Tavares D. Ross.
Now, he married a girl older than he is, who acts like a child. But you ain't off the hook, bro. Because as we're going to see going forward, you're a knucklehead. So she's under poor leadership. You're not a man yourself. You have no emotional control. You can't use your brain to resolve issues, so you resort to using everything else, and nothing gets resolved in your favor. When that happens, nothing gets resolved in your favor. Now, as we watch, we're going to get a chance to meet Tavares. Tavares is a clown. Worked hard his whole life, doing various things, but did not work on his character or maturity. Did not have enough testicular fortitude to tell his wife, look, get my kids out of that store. I'm not trying to hear what you're talking about right now. Don't call me at work with this bullshit. I got a family to feed. Don't call me at work with some bullshit over some nuggets. If something happened to the kids that's wrong, get the police there immediately. And when I get there home tonight, we'll go over the police report. We'll get us an attorney. We'll take Burger King for everything they own. But don't call me for no bullshit. I'm at work. I've worked hard to get to where I'm at. I don't know how you missed that. I don't know how that went past you. But I've been working hard to get somewhere in my life. Don't call me from Burger King at my job about no bullshit. But Tavares didn't have that kind of control over his situation. He didn't have that kind of authority over his wife. He didn't have that kind of command over his household. And so we're going to see how this all works out.
To join her at the restaurant. When Tavares arrived, the situation quickly escalated, leaving behind a chaotic scene and a store manager stunned that an argument over chicken nuggets could cause such a disaster.
Hello. Is everyone okay?
We were actually behind the car. We were behind the car.
Was it in the drive-thru? Are you
okay?
Yeah, he came in here. They just start acting crazy. These people, and she's. I'm so like.
Take a breath.
okay? Just take a deep breath.
We were behind the car.
Are you injured at all?
He hit me.
Okay, then we're not gonna go over her whole thing. She gets a little dramatic, but what I want to I want you guys to take note of is there are 4 witnesses who don't work at the store, who were in the car behind this whole circus and stuck around to give the police their take on what would happen. So you got the whole store and 4 witnesses and video. That's what you're working against. All right, let's go.
My thing with this thing right there, they threw this snacking thing at me. They threw trays at me.
Were they back here?
No, they was right here. They took these trays off and they slung them at her. They threw drinks in the door.
Okay.
They had another lady back there too.
We'll figure it out. We have
Okay, so you saw all those witnesses they had back there, right? All right, so y'all got to excuse my expert editing skills here. We're going to fast forward to now. The police decide they done caught up with her. They want to have a conversation. Now, 4 witnesses, the whole store, cameras. Now the police come up to you and they give you, a grown-ass woman, an opportunity to give them your honest take on what happened, take some responsibility and some accountability. But more than that, I want you guys to pay attention. All her kids are in the car. So they're watching how mom handles this situation. Let's see what mom teaches them to do. She's already taught them that for no reason whatsoever, it's okay to go into a store and start throwing things at employees over nothing. She's already taught them the worst way to handle any kind of disagreement. She's taught them to put themselves in harm's way. She put her children in harm's way. She went into Burger King and started a whole fight. Who knows how that could have turned out? What if there was somebody in Burger King crazier than she was? What if it wasn't even an employee? What if some crazy customer was sitting there waiting on his nuggets? And now you're delaying his order, so he decides to nut up. You brought your kids into a fight over nuggets in a store. And now the police are about to talk to you. Let's see what you teach your children to do. Come on.
Although the couple had managed to slip away, their escape was short-lived once police obtained the license plate number from an employee, leading them straight to their location. This time, there would be no escape from the consequences.
Hi.
My mom was trying to talk to you.
Okay.
Now, that's her daughter driving the car now. Okay, the mom's in the passenger seat now. Her daughter's driving the car. So her daughter, and she's got 2 more kids in the back, are all listening to her mom talk to the cop. They're all taking mental notes. They're all learning, because that's what children do. Children learn from us when we're teaching and when we're not teaching. They absorb our behavior. Okay, let's see what Bob going to give them to absorb.
I just saw you sitting there and I want to turn around because I was actually getting ready to call the police.
The incident at Burger King?
Yes, and I want to tell you, like, I just left the grocery store. I got groceries.
Okay, so she was just getting ready to call the police. She hadn't called the police yet. That's what she said. She hadn't called the police yet. She was just getting ready to call the police. Let's go.
In my car.
Can I come on the other side and I'll talk to you on that side?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Can I come on the other side and I'll talk to you on that side?
Okay.
Okay.
So I left the grocery store. I stopped at Burger King to get my kids some nuggets. So I'm in the drive-thru and I asked for nuggets. The lady on the intercom with the attitude, that's not what you said. You said it. So they left us sitting in the drive-thru forever. So I'm like, I got to the window. I was like, just cancel my order. I don't want it no more because you rude. You in customer service. You don't talk to people like that. And she, look, I don't got time for this. She threw a whole, you see all this pop all over my car. She threw pop inside of my car. Wet my daughter up, wet my young kids in the back seat. So I got upset and I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. So I pulled into the front. The young guy came out saying he the manager. I was like, so you let your workers do stuff like this, just throw pop and expect nobody not to do nothing back? I was like, no, that's not how it works. I was like, I'm calling the police. I said, I'm reporting y'all. I was like, and I'll mess around and beat this lady. I'm not gonna lie, I did say that. And so he was like, she didn't do anything. I said, how she didn't do nothing and you see all this pop on my car? So I go in there and she, all right, I got something for you. I said, I got something for you too. I was like, come from around the corner, around the counter or whatever. So I'm like, she never came from around the counter just talking mess. Another customer seen her do something and like, I think threw some water or some crap on her, but she crazy. Like, that lady is crazy and I'm trying to my son is like throwing up. So I'm trying to get him, we just want to get him a Sprite and something to eat. And
okay, so she tried to throw the police off because she doesn't know. They already know her husband showed up at the store. So she said another customer saw what she was doing and threw some stuff at her too. No, ma'am, that was not another customer. That was your husband. Your children know who their father is. So they know right there you're lying. Secondly, come on, y'all. Who out there is going to let somebody from Burger King, if you pull into the store with your sick son throwing up, vomiting, which why are you at Burger King? If your son is throwing up, why are you at Burger King, ma'am? Clearly your daughter can drive because we're looking at your daughter driving. So if your son was throwing up, why aren't you at home with your son letting your daughter pick up some Burger King? That makes no sense. None. But if the Burger King employee threw soda, water, whatever it is you're alleging she threw, on your sick son who's in the back throwing up, why are you just now about to call the police? A concerned mother, a rational human being, would have stopped right there and said, okay, I need to get the police out here immediately because what you just did made no sense, was a complete escalation of nothing, and I want to hold you criminally accountable for what you just did. You just threw soda in my car and my son is back here sick. That's what a rational person would have done. Maybe got upset, maybe yelled, but take the whole family inside and have a fight? What's more, the police already know that's a lie. It's a lie. You were the first one to throw a drink, ma'am. They saw the video. Come on.
so I'm sitting up here trying to call corporate like 99 times and they not even answering so I can report this location, but I don't appreciate that crap. And she, well, I'm calling the police, call them, because when I get to home, I'm calling them too. And that's what made me turn around, because I saw you sitting there. So, but I don't know, like, something got to be done. That's not fair. Like, that's just not right to me.
Okay. You guys got your
Something's going to be done. Watch.
IDs on you?
I'm shaking, I'm all upset, like, what the heck? Sorry, I just had my ID out, so I gave it to the insurance lady.
No problem.
Hurry, I got one of yours. She don't have her purse.
Okay. Was there an incident? Did you, like, your husband or something go in the store as well, or?
I don't know who came in. I was so upset, honestly. I was yelling at this lady and I pulled.
Ma'am, you had a fight at Burger King. You really expect somebody to believe that your husband showed up, y'all didn't acknowledge each other, and you didn't see your husband in Burger King fighting with you? That's what you expect the police to believe? You're going to lie to the police right there in front of your children, and then we wonder why. When the police pull these little kids over, they act a complete fool over nothing, and instead of getting a ticket or getting a verbal warning, they go to jail because they don't know how to interact with people rationally. And they don't know how to not lie.
Pulled off and turned off down the side by the, what is that, Planet Fitness.
Okay. Because they were saying your Suburban was there as well.
My husband is at work.
At work?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't there at all with the Suburban?
My husband is at work. He works at Dickey's. He's at work. He's the only one there at the store.
Okay. All right, just stand by for me.
Okay.
After a brief interrogation, the officer returned and pressed Cherie to repeat her story. This time, however, Cherie chose to come clean about her nugget meltdown with her husband, revealing everything and ultimately sealing their fate.
All right, ma'am. Can you just run it by me one more time? What happened?
So we went to the drive-thru and I ordered. I said, "Can I have a chicken sandwich, number 9?" And I was like, "And the value nuggets." So I was on the first on the intercom. It was I think it was a guy I was talking with. He was fine, nice. Then next thing you know, this girl get on there, and she was like, "Can I have 2 nuggets?" Yeah, she was like the 8-piece. And she was like, "That's not what you said. That's not what you said." Okay, well, why would I buy it? And we was like, "Well, why would I pay $5 for 4 nuggets and you could get 8 for 2 something?" But that's not what you said. This was attitude. So we was like, "Okay, you know what? Forget it. Never mind." So it was a car in front of us, so we sat in the drive-thru waiting on the car to go, and we was gonna go ahead and leave, not even get the food. So I pulled, as the window came, it was a white girl came to the window, and I told her what happened. She was like, "Did y'all have blah, blah, blah?" I was like, "No, I'm just canceling my order." I was like, the black girl that was on the intercom was rude as hell. I was like, "Where is she?" I was like, "Cause she needs to get reported." And she came to the window. Don't nobody got time for this, just talking mess. And she threw a cup of pop in the car at us, like a big orange cup of pop. So I was like, "Okay." Pulled around. I was like, "No, you're not getting ready to throw pop on my kids." So that's how the whole thing started. Like, she shouldn't have never did that. And then I'm sitting up trying to tell the little young guy come out talking about he the manager. How you the manager?
Now they're blowing it out because she's got her little baby sitting in her lap. So she's got a grown daughter. I think she's had a 4-year-old, and she's got a newborn. So they just spitting kids out all over the place, and responsibility out the door. But anyway, she got her baby in her lap because she wants to look more sympathetic. See, that's what they do. They always invoke their children. "Oh, my child, my child." But they never look sympathetic. Becky pulls that, and sometimes it works for Becky. It don't work for black women. Because what police see is you training another generation to give him the same drama you're giving him. He doesn't see a sympathetic situation of a mom coddling a child. He sees a maniac training a future maniac. Come on.
But you allowing her to treat your customers like this. So I was like, "I'm reporting you, her, and this whole store." Now I've been on the phone trying to call the corporate for Burger King, but I can't get through to nobody.
Okay. Do you have, what kind of cup did they throw at you? Do you have the cup, or was it just a...
No.
They blocked your number, man. Yeah, you won't stop calling.
Oh, it's probably in the drive-thru. It was a paper cup, like it was white. Yeah, it was a white cup, and it hit the window. It came in the car, and then I think it bounced out in the drive-thru. So it's probably in the drive-thru.
The incredible bouncing cup had soda to spray all over the top of the car, all over the kids in the back. So it had to be like a gallon cup. Came in the car, bounced all around the car, got everybody wet, bounced out the car, and landed in the drive-thru. What kind of cup is that? Come on.
Everywhere.
Okay, so when you went inside, what happened when you went inside?
When I went inside, we was yelling, and I told her, I was like, you don't treat people like that. You come from around the corner. I told her, I was like, I'm about to be.
Pay attention to her daughter in the driver's seat. She's sitting there with her head in her hand, studying her mom, soaking this whole situation up, learning from this situation how to be a complete, absolute fool.
That's what I did tell her that. I got something for you. So she got on her phone and started dialing something. I was like, "I don't care." I was like, "I'm not from here."
You see her daughter? Taking notes, learning how to destroy your life behind nuggets.
But you're not going to sit up and disrespect me like that. And then she started just talking from behind the corner. We threw some stuff over the napkin holder and all of that crap over the counter, and she still didn't come out. And I was just like, okay, whatever. But nobody came from behind the counter. We was fighting from over the counter.
Over the counter?
Yes.
And you threw a napkin holder at her?
No one's hands touched nobody. Nobody's hands touched nobody, but I ain't gonna lie, did knock all the off the counters.
You knocked all the off the counter?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then you threw a napkin holder?
Yeah.
Okay, did you throw anything, ma'am?
She thought the cop was gonna laugh with her. She thought he was gonna find that mutually hilarious. I threw all the stuff off the counter with your baby sitting on your lap.
No, she didn't.
No.
She was standing next to the counter. I thought the girl was gonna try to grab her, honestly.
Okay.
Just telling her how wrong she was on pop on kids. That ain't gonna fly.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I think you have missed that part. That was a key point. The cop asked her what was your daughter doing?
The napkin holder and all of that crap over the counter, and she still didn't come out. And I was just like, okay, whatever. But nobody came from behind the counter. We was fighting from over the counter.
Over the counter?
Yes.
And you threw a napkin holder at her?
No one's hands touched nobody.
Nobody's hands touched nobody, but I ain't gonna lie, did knock all the off the counters.
You knocked all the off the counter?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then you threw a napkin holder?
Yeah.
Okay, did you throw anything, ma'am?
No, she didn't.
No.
She was standing next to the counter. I thought the girl was gonna try to grab her, honestly.
Okay.
Just telling her how wrong she was on pop on kids. That ain't gonna.
Now, she says this to make the Burger King employee look more menacing and threatening. I thought the girl was going to grab her, as she said about her daughter. She thought the girl was going to grab her daughter. Ma'am, had that girl grabbed your daughter, whose fault would that be? Had that girl snatched your daughter up, beat her up, unalived her, whose fault would that be? Her daughter, your daughter, followed her mom out of trust and faith, trusting that her mom is not going to put her in harm's way, and the actions her mom is taking are reasonable actions. She trusted you, and in doing so, she almost got herself attacked or arrested. You don't feel bad about that. You're not sitting there thinking, man, I made this a horrible situation for myself and my whole family. And y'all, I don't know if you can hear, but for whatever reason today, there's an issue with the train a little bit away from my house. And so they've been blowing this horn all morning. So, yeah, I actually thought it was over, but apparently it's just going to go on all day. So I apologize for that if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, forget what I just said. Let's get back to the crazy woman.
Okay. So then they're also saying there was a male in a Suburban that was there too.
I called my husband and told them what he did, but I don't even know. I was so upset. I really don't even know if he came. Like I was just mad. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
Okay. So he didn't come there while you were there?
I don't think so.
Okay. And you say he's at work?
Yeah, he's at work.
Where does he work at?
At the restaurant across the street, Dickie's.
Dickie's?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you, my husband did come up there, but
Okay, so the lies are unfolding. First, it was another customer. Then I called my husband, but I don't think he came. Now we're finally getting to the truth. Black men, why would you bring this chaos into your life? You're at work making an honest living, getting ahead in life. And your wife don't have no consideration for anybody but herself. Started a fight in Burger King and chose to involve your children and called you at work over some nuggets. She's going to burn down your whole kingdom over some nuggets. Let's go.
tell you I lied because I didn't want him to get fired for leaving his job.
Okay.
But
Can I have you step out of the car with me?
Did y'all hear that? So she just admitted he left his job. He left his job and came to Burger King to join her in a nugget fight.
Come back, talk about my truck, okay? You were saying?
Huh?
You were saying?
I said my husband came up there, but he came up there and he saw the dude taking pictures of the car and my kids was crying. And he came in there and told us to leave, basically. He was like, y'all get the F out the store and just leave. I didn't say nothing because I didn't want him to get in trouble because he did leave his job without nobody else being at work. But he said that he told his boss that he left.
What was your daughter's role?
Just yelling, basically. Yep, just yelling.
What made you guys go inside?
Because she threw the pop. Like, she threw it and it went all on my kids and I got mad. Like, really, that's the only reason I even went in there. I'm like, that was just unacceptable to me. And then I went in there to really file a complaint with the manager, but then they just automatically was rude. And it just, like, I got triggered. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I feel bad, but it was just like, you don't do that to people.
Did you throw the nuggets at the person?
I didn't even get food. I didn't get anything. I told them, no. I said, I don't want my order. I don't want nothing.
So they just threw a
And she threw a big ass cup of orange pop. It's all over my car.
I see that.
Yeah.
Well, my partner was saying on the video, like, you throw something at it first.
I did do some water.
You do some water?
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know why they would throw soda.
It didn't hit her though. It did not hit her. Yeah, it didn't hit nobody.
Well, where's your husband at?
He's at work.
Where's he work?
At Dickies. He's the manager over at Dickies.
Those are all your kids?
Yep.
But she's an adult?
Yeah, she's an adult. She's a nurse. She's 29.
Is she able to drive the kids home?
Yep.
You're going to be placed under arrest. Okay.
29-year-old nurse. Mom's about to cause her to lose her whole career over some nuggets. That nurse gets arrested for fighting the Burger King employees over some nuggets that weren't even hers. She has no justification for going in there fighting whatsoever. She's going to lose her job. If the daughter would have got arrested at 29 years old with her mom fighting over some nuggets, she'd have lost her job. And that's what your mom is going to do. Your mom is going to drag everybody down into her den of misery. That's what she's going to do. She's not going to uplift the family. She's not the backbone. Enough with that bullshit. Y'all can miss me with that. Oh, the woman is the backbone of the family. Happy wife, happy life. No. No. Black wife, no life. Not just for you, black men, for everyone in your circle. She was even willing to destroy her daughter's career over some nuggets. And she still won't take responsibility. She still won't take accountability. She's still telling half-truths and lying. Instead of stepping up and saying, man, I made the biggest mistake today of my whole life. Let me stop compounding it with lie after lie after lie. She ain't gonna do that. Watch, come on.
Okay.
With the truth revealed, the officer acted quickly, arriving at Tavares' workplace just an hour later. As the conversation unfolded, Tavares was shocked to learn that it was Cherie who had thrown the cup at the employee first. But
okay, so y'all, you're a 43-year-old grown-ass man working as a supervisor at your job. I want y'all to read his shirt. I'm going to tell you right now, if I walked into Dickies with my kids and the manager had on a shirt that said, no seeds, no stems, no sticks, I'm taking that picture and I'm sending it to corporate. I need answers. Why are you promoting weed at your place of work? You don't work at a dispensary. You're a grown man. You're supposed to be intelligent. You obviously are not, because you married the dumbest woman you could find and you keep having children with her. But then you take your dull ass to work with a t-shirt on that says no seeds, no stems, no sticks. This is why she's the way she is, because she's not under any kind of leadership. Because he has no moral boundaries. He has no foundation. He's not offering guidance to anyone in this situation. He's educated, but he's dumb as dirt. Come on, let's go.
Even with this revelation, it was far from over. For Tavares, the consequences were only just beginning.
How you doing, sir? Do you mind coming out here, please? You Tavares?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you know why we're over here today?
About what, my wife got arrested?
Yeah.
About the lady threw the top on her and stuff?
Yeah.
And my kids.
Yeah, so what, you know what happened?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. My daughter just told me about it.
Okay. Were you involved at all?
You got nowhere. I got a call, crowd a call, y'all. My son got to throwing up. I did go, I'm not gonna lie to you. My son throwing up. The car, man, my daughter was in the back seat, wet as hell. Was pop all over the car, bro.
Okay.
I'm on the phone.
Now, this business is in a strip mall. And as you can see, there's a whole line of businesses in the building he's on. The next building over, there's businesses too. The only business that has the police standing outside talking to the manager is the business that has the black manager. That's not a good look.
I'm on the phone, I'm listening to everything. I'm telling them, like, chill out. I even talked to the lady, the black lady. She swore she was the supervisor. She wasn't the supervisor.
How'd the store get trashed?
I ain't gonna even lie. They threw something at my wife. I threw something. You should have seen my son. I don't know which one of y'all was there. Man, my son was his whole face was red, throwing up, bro. They threw a whole, I don't know what that was she threw in his face. He was in the back seat. He's 4, I apologize for cussing and throwing up. He's 4 years old, bro.
Okay.
My daughter's only 12. She didn't have no reason to cuss my wife out. I don't care what was going on. My wife was wrong and she was wrong. They didn't have no point for it to even escalate as far as it did. But she didn't have no reason she sent the girl to the window. It should have been deaded from there, I thought. So the girl my fault. So the girl, I'm not on that, man. So the girl sit up right here. She sits up, comes from behind the girl, and throw a whole extra large cup of shit in her face. Not my wife. She threw it in my daughter. That was my daughter driving. That was my baby in the backseat. 4 years old. He's seizure prone.
Okay. So no one threw anything out of your guys' car first?
No. I swear to God. No, go look at the camera. I swear to God.
Which car were you in?
Huh?
Which car were you in?
Which car was I in?
Yeah.
What you mean?
What car were you driving?
Huh?
What car? You were in a car, right?
I was in a truck.
Which truck? What kind of truck were you in?
Oh, a black truck.
Is it a Bourbon or a truck?
It's a truck. What you mean?
Like
I don't
Ford
understand.
F-150 or what is it?
No, it's a Suburban.
Okay.
What you mean?
So.
Yeah, he's got smooth brain tendencies. You see how difficult it was just to get him to answer a simple question? What vehicle were you in? What kind of truck is it? A black truck. Does that make sense to anybody? If the police ask you, if your friends say, yo, man, I heard you bought a new truck. What kind of truck you buy? A black one? Bruh, come on.
If someone throws water on you.
No, it wasn't no water. It was pop. It stuck all in the car. I don't even know what it was. I'm just assuming.
How do we get to the point where someone's having a glass cookie thing shattered on them?
Nobody had no glass cookie thing shattered on them, bro. Did y'all look at the cameras? Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody throw no glass cookie thing shattered on nobody.
How'd all the stuff on the counters end up on?
I pushed it on the floor. I'm not gonna lie to you. I pushed it on the floor. I swear to God I did. I didn't throw nothing at nobody. I didn't throw nothing.
So to him, that makes it better. I went to these people's store, pushed a bunch of stuff on the floor, but I didn't throw nothing at nobody. I left my job, abandoned my job, so I could go join my wife and fight some people at another job. I pushed their equipment on the floor. So really, if Burger King wanted to get technical, They could have sued Dickies. You were on Dickies' clock. A Dickies employee, while on the clock, came to our job and destroyed our store. They could have sued Dickies. Come on.
Nothing to nobody. You can go look at the cameras. If I'm telling you to look at the camera. I didn't throw nothing on nobody. All I'm saying, I'm a man. I think you came back, you pulled me over the other day.
Wrong. 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 You're not a man. You're an adult male. You're not a man. A man would have told his wife to get out of that store and get my kids home safely and call the police. A man wouldn't be standing there in front of his place of business wearing a t-shirt that promotes weed. A man ain't going to sit there and join his wife in her lies and become part of the problem. A man is going to be the solution. A man would have been the solution for all of this. But she wouldn't have stuck with the man. She'd have divorced the man, got on government assistance, and put him on child support. Because she ain't going to take no direction from a man. A man's not going to tell her to sit down and shut up. So what a man would have done was found a different partner. A man would have said, you know what, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. I got visions of what my family and my legacy is going to be, and it ain't going to be this. You got my infant son in Burger King fighting over chicken nuggets. A man ain't looking for that situation. A man ain't supporting that situation. You're not a man, bro. You're not a man. Grown as you are, 43 years old, muscular, whatever, you're not a man, homie. You're not a man. You got a long way to go, bro. Let's go.
Like, because of my plate thing. Because I had the paper plates up.
That's not me. It's all right. No, I don't.
But bro, what I'm supposed to do? Because neither one of y'all do the same thing. Y'all got 4 years old. She didn't have no reason to do what she did. As a worker for a company to come behind, if you sent somebody else to handle the situation, why would you come from behind your worker to throw a hole? I don't know what it was. I'm not assuming it was lit.
Why didn't you call us?
I did.
So I'm not saying what the other person did was wrong or what was right. Okay, but I talked to your wife. She told me she threw water at her first.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Huh? Wait a minute. Who?
Your wife threw water at the lady first.
No, she didn't.
That's what she told me. Why would I lie to you? I'm not lying to you. Your wife is very nice.
I ain't disrespecting you. I'm not
saying that, but she did. So she's like, I did. I was upset. I threw water at her, and then she threw the soda, and it hit your kids. That's what she was telling us. So that's kind of how it started.
So now, you played yourself. And you let Keisha play the whole family. Now the police got to tell you what you should have known before you even mounted up to go over there. But you know your wife. These officers just met that woman. You know your wife. You know that's some shit she is subject to do. And you risk your career, your livelihood. And when you can't bring home any money, guess who the next one gonna get thrown out? You're gonna be getting water thrown in your face. Come on.
She said she was upset. So if you didn't see that, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
You telling me my wife threw something first?
Yes, sir.
I'm not being lying to you, sir. I'm being straight up and down with you.
I appreciate you. No, that's what she told me. Yes.
And I see you not lying, bro. And I feel up right now because man, I didn't get what you got. She didn't give me that story. All I heard was crying and I pull up in my.
Did you come up after the fact?
Huh?
Did you come up after the fact?
I was on FaceTime with her.
Okay.
So all this time she telling me
So she's in the drive-thru while you're on FaceTime.
Yes. She's sitting on the passenger side.
So,
my daughter driving.
Right.
She like, man, she cussing me out. I like, look, just chill out. I told her to leave.
Okay.
She's like, I can't leave because they doing the same thing to the man in front of me.
Okay.
They got me blocked in. I called over there. I talked to a manager. And it wasn't even a manager. It was somebody else. I said, ma'am, could you please tell him whoever was ever going on, and you can ask them. Could you tell him to clear up the line so that people can get out with? I said, my baby in the back seat. is hot and he's sick. Can you please let him get past? And she said, hurry up, let that man get his stuff so they can get it done. After that, the phone went dead.
Okay.
That's when all the commotion.
And that's when you went over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, right? To check on him?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys all...
I pulled up, the little black dude, he's literally sitting on the car.
On your car or her car?
On my daughter's car.
Okay.
Taking pictures, screenshots with himself, like it's a game, like everybody living for social media and world star, dog.
We know. We deal with it every day.
Like, I'm 43 years old. I promise. I went to school. I got my bachelor's.
43 years old. That's what he said. He said, I'm 43 years old. Does this man act like a 43-year-old to you? Does this man look like anybody or act like anybody you would look at and say, yeah, I'm going to take guidance from this person, or I'm going to look up to this person, or this person has a level of intelligence or maturity that I think I can get behind, or that would lead you to believe that in 43 years he's been paying attention and growing and maturing and getting a hold on his life and command on his surroundings? Is that what he looks like to you?
On my daughter's car.
Okay.
Taking pictures, screenshots with himself, like it's a game, like everybody living for social media and world star, dog.
We know. We deal with it every day.
Like, I'm 43 years old. I promise. I went to school. I got my bachelor's in digital forensic science. I got my associates in criminal justice. Man, I don't want to have no breakdown. Man, I'm just tired of that social media shit, man, because that was social media bullshit, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. It's a time and place for shit. And I apologize for cussing, but stupidness for every ignorance can be fixed, man.
So even your wife was saying, like, you guys going in there just took it too far, right? You guys probably shouldn't have went in there, and that's where the mistake
the restaurant, is. And I'll tell you, I was wrong.
Well, that's the thing. If they came in here, and started destroying your restaurant, right? Like, it's the same thing, right?
So I was wrong. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
And I appreciate that, and that's where we're at, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
I was wrong, bro. And I fuck, man. She didn't tell me this shit.
Fair enough.
All I got was FaceTime and all I was screaming and commotion and my babies, man.
In the end, officers arrested the couple. 44-year-old Sherry Ann Ross was charged with 5 counts of disorderly conduct and 1 count of damage to property, and was released on her own recognizance. Meanwhile, her husband, 43-year-old Tavares D. Ross, faced charges of assault, damage to property, and disorderly conduct. However, prosecutors later dropped the assault and damage to property charges, and Tavares pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct. What do you think? Was the couple's frustration over...
So there you go. A good woman got her husband arrested at work over chicken nuggets. Got her husband to leave his place of employment over chicken nuggets. Brought herself, her adult daughter who's a nurse, and all her children into Burger King to fight over chicken nuggets, and it wasn't even the store's fault. They gave her what she ordered. She just had buyer's remorse and demanded something different. And demanded it right now. So the fact that they had to fix your order, but you don't want to wait for it. So if you got to wait there, I don't want the whole thing. I want to come inside and fight. And I'm going to bring my kids in there with me. And I'm going to show y'all how I get out. Oh, and I'm calling my husband. Because that's what Keisha would do in a heartbeat. She would call a black man to come to a scene of total chaos, knowing he might get unalived, knowing he might get arrested, and won't bat an eye, won't think twice. She'll make that phone call anyway, and she'll expect you to pull up and throw your whole life away over whatever bullshit she's pissed off about at the moment. A man won't do it. a man would have sent that call straight to voicemail. Everyone on earth knows how to dial 911. I'm at work. I can't be the police for you right now. I'm at work. Call the police. Take notes, make notes, get names, times. Manage the situation, act like an adult. Get the police involved. We're going to hold Burger King responsible for throwing a drink on my 4-year-old son while he's having a seizure. But that's not what happened. You pull up in line throwing drinks in the window in front of your children. And if you were driving, that means you threw the drink from the driver's seat. But if you was a passenger, that means you reached over your daughter and threw a bottle of water at a Burger King employee. Through the drive-thru window, and the employee decided to throw something back. Y'all wasn't ready for that. You got to get them out of your life, black men. You got to get them out of your life. They are your ceiling. There is no glass ceiling. There's no black ceiling. They are your ceiling. You're only going to get so far with them. They're not going to let you climb any higher. They're not. The good ones that would have supported you and helped you build and made sure you accomplish something in life are already taken. They're already building with somebody and accomplishing something. The ones that are out there now, they're either just coming out of the 3 or 4 phase, so they've been completely ran through, and now they're just looking for some place to take a load off. So if you got a house and a job, yeah, she'll come there and pretend like she loves you so she can put her feet up in your house. Because Pookie and Ray Ray ain't got houses. And they done beat the kitty to death. The kitty needs a break. Her mind is all discombobulated because she's been with so many losers. So now she wants to come in from out the rain. Those women are there. There's a few of them. But the majority are what you just saw. Irrational and chaotic. No emotional stability whatsoever. Will take the littlest thing and destroy everyone's life behind it. You got to let them go, fam. You got to let them go. Anyway, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Truth, bringing you a little bit more truth. I got some more truth coming for you too. So stand by. In the meantime, we'll see you on the next one. Be good.